All right, everyone, welcome back for our final match of 2022 Worlds. Terry Thrasher is here.
Kendall Stelmack, thank you for having me, Terry. This is a very exciting match. This is the last one of the day of a 5-day long tournament here, hosted by Edmonton, Alberta, brought to you by the World Dodgeball Federation.
Yeah, and it's been a grind, like a fun grind.
Yes.
But as you said, it's the 5th day.
Yes.
The people playing today generally weren't playing yesterday, at least. That was all our bronze matches. But I almost worried that would be like a day of false rest before you have to, your muscles have time to tighten up. And
yeah, if you're stressed out, you have to play, you have a day off. And you probably shouldn't be drinking, but you want to because of the stress. But we do have a beer garden here at the venue, so hopefully we will be making use of it later on. I hear a lot of those drinks up there are very tasty.
Yeah, and the stands here are licensed for this event, which is very cool. But
yes,
don't drink and drive, folks. Make use of one of our sponsors, Edmonton Transit, in order to help you get home.
Yes. Making sure everyone gets home safe. All the hotels for hosting us, we have the Radisson, we have the Delta, and we also have the Holiday Inn as the official hotel sponsors. We have Quality Foods, FKA Marketing and Research, as well as Quality Fast Foods. They have been providing all of the volunteers who are absolutely tired after this long tournament with delicious snacks for the entirety of this week. It's a week almost. It's 5 days. It's a week.
For sure. It's been fun though.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to be glad that it's over, and then as soon as everyone returns home, we're going to start missing it immediately.
Absolutely. And just a couple of other sponsors to mention: Infinite Eye, Frontier, the Beercade, who will be hosting the after party, and Movement Physio, who've been helping to keep the athletes moving. Mm-hmm. And of course, as we segue a bit to these teams, we can hear the announcements in the background. Canada being announced out there, some of the veterans of the team.
Yes.
This is a squad that has mixed like a lot of veteran presence with some newcomers to great effect in this tournament.
Yes. Just taking a look at the roster, we can see here that out of the entire lineup of the team, from the alternate, non-activated, and activated players, we have 8 returning players and 7 new players being added to the Team Canada roster. This is the Women's Foam Gold Medal match. It is Canada versus Hong Kong. Hong Kong, we haven't seen on the world stage. We have seen them on the world stage. We haven't seen them take home a medal since 2014. So this is a big game for Hong Kong, and they have been looking good this entire tournament.
Yeah, incredibly, also Hong Kong has never won gold in Worlds.
Yes.
They've come close with a couple of silvers. But yes, I'm sure this match means a lot to the players, to their program. Mm-hmm. They've looked really sharp so far in this tournament.
Yes.
I want to specifically shout out one of their longtime players, Savannah Yen, number 22 on the screen. Just a leader on the team and a dynamo in terms of her contributions to the action.
And they are off.
Okay, Canada right away striking first.
That was number 10 from Team Canada, Jessica O'Quinn.
Yeah, been a captain for this team for years and a top performer athletically.
We've seen a lot of great things from both lineups of these ladies, and we cannot wait to see what happens.
Dion Ho putting down that pressure on the wing. Okay. Coming close. It is Dion Ho taking that shot, skipping it a little short.
Yeah, a lot of one-for-one exchanges. Teams are playing it very safe in this opening matchup here.
Oh, wow. Nice catch right away off Biron's ball. That's a good way to start the pace for Hong Kong. First, really emotional moment, I'd say, in this match.
A lot of sportsmanship, too. Like, we see it You know, yeah, that was a catch. Good job. Player walks off. Love to see that. And we've been seeing a lot of it this tournament as well.
For sure, you see the appreciative applause and respectful nods from athlete to athlete.
Yeah, we see number 23 Tam getting hit out, and number 18.
Okay, Flanagan though making a catch low on the ground there. That's a big deal too. Canada returning favor.
Oh, so we see a lineup now for Canada. They have 4 players. Hong Kong now down to 3. Oh, pardon me. 5 players. Someone was hiding in the back. There's a lot of red, black, and white on in the box right there, where we can on the player lineup. So very easily mistaken. But 5 players now, Team Canada.
Yeah, one of those. Jessica Gray putting on the pressure before sending that ball back to Lisa Mora in the corner, and big shot. You see Savannah Yen connecting.
Yeah, that was a great shot. She had 2 balls in hand, so they did have burden to throw, and she nailed it with that shot.
You'll see, obviously, all the players in this gold medal match have very hard throws, very accurate throws, good judgment about when to take them.
Yes. This is the top level of dodgeball athleticism that we are seeing in Canada right now here at the Saville Centre at the University of Alberta campus.
Okay, O'Quinn with the hit, and Flanagan as well.
That was a 1v1 exchange, trade and exchange done very quickly with those shots and hits from both sides.
Okay, Yu Hoi Yen was the only one left, and Canada just got all the shots in there.
Absolutely. They had all the balls, they took all the shots, they knew it was a strategic move, and it worked out for them. So first blood now on the board. That is going to be for Canada. Canada starting off strong now in this women's gold medal match.
Yeah, and sort of incredibly, the last time Canada had medaled in the women's foam division was 2016.
Oh.
Considering how strong this squad often feels, that is a long time. That surprised me when I looked it up. Before that, they'd won gold in 2013, and in the first ever World Dodgeball Federation Championships, a split squad of Canadians and Americans did take gold.
Interestingly enough, that first World Championships took place in Hong Kong. They were the host city. So we see here now Hong Kong coming back after 9 World Championships trying to get that gold. Ooh.
Okay, and a good start, getting out O'Quinn and just missing Rowe in the middle.
And shots fired very quickly off that opening rush. Now Canada was trying to set that pace in the first one, but they're going to go for it.
You see the corners on both teams way up high, trying to put pressure and cause the other team to back off first.
A lot of aggression now going to be on both sides here. That round was about 4 minutes long after that, so 20 minutes is the initial half. We're down to now less than 15 minutes, so that was a pretty long first round we saw.
Jasper Chan was called out. I think the call was a graze on the leg.
Yes, that was made by our line referee. That is Rosie, all the way from Australia. She is the general manager of one of the women's teams from Australia.
Has done a lot for Dodgeball Australia as an organization too.
Yes, thank you very much. Absolute gem. She was able to get me in touch with her team and help me learn the cloth rules. So shout out Rosie.
Okay, Karine Biron with a big catch while getting hit up high by a second ball. Excellent concentration to hang on to that.
That's going to be that 4th ball now for Canada with 4 players, so 4 balls in hand, 3 sent over. Looks like they did get that that 3rd ball back off of a block, but Hong Kong with 4.
Ooh, Tam, it's a nice little drop shot going cross court, coming close to the feet of Jessica Gray.
Yeah, those are the kind of shots that I particularly enjoy taking in dodgeball, is when you're not looking, being able to hit someone out. And it's great to see Hong Kong make use of that, because I think that is going to be to their advantage with only 2 players.
Canada does often like to huddle up and figure out their set plays. I mean, that's pretty common. But, you know, if you catch people looking too much at their teammates, not enough at their opponents, you can take advantage. Okay, and that back and forth. Gray with a big catch and a hit.
That was number 15, Jessica Gray for Team Canada. This is pardon me, I'm just taking a look here at my notes, actually is a 2022 national champion, and Valkyries are her home team.
Yeah, Valkyrie playing out of mostly Ottawa, Ontario, having won, I believe, their first provincial. Sorry, they didn't win provincials, but they did win nationals after qualifying via provincials. They're one of those top women's teams in Ontario, which is such a deep and strong province.
This is Gray's second time here playing for Team Canada. So we see Canada.
Yeah, Gray, a young player out of Ottawa, accompanied by, some veterans there from Toronto having to scramble back.
Absolutely great how they're mixing up the lineup. We see a lot of new players and we see a lot of veteran players. So it's really great to see that experience being passed on for the Canadian team.
Well-placed shots, though, by Hong Kong, helping to take out Jess O'Quinn.
Yeah, I was actually talking to the team coach, Lynn Kirkpatrick. She was letting me know that while O'Quinn is one of the windmill throws on their team, that team is actually very proficient in them, and they have more windmill throwers than not. So hopefully we'll see some of those today.
Yeah, you may see Flanagan, 89, holding down currently the left wing position for Canada. Also a formidable underhand thrower as well as overhand.
So we have now less than 12 minutes, about 12 and a half minutes now left on that game clock in this first half. Canada leading by 2 points, Hong Kong with 0 at the moment.
Okay, Yen getting clipped. Not quite able to clear those. We'll head off to the side, defer that corner position to Mei Yan.
Canada playing very strong, very aggressively, coming up to that line, making sure the Hong Kong players stay back, but that was a hit on number 15.
Yeah, so Hong Kong doing a really good job at trying to hit Canada on those retreating shots.
Yeah, most of the shots being taken by those Hong Kong players are when Canada is retreating to the back line, because Canada is keeping up the aggression, and I believe that's why they are leading right now. Lots of intensity from the Canadian women's team.
Veteran Shauna Rowe making the call, providing coverage, blocking, scooching back, looking for the teddy bear catch.
Yes, I like that. That's a very Canadian term I just learned this weekend at Scooch. And that looks like
center line.
Yep, that was a call made by that line referee. Once again, Rosie Everett. Thank you, Rosie. We do have almost an entire line of women's referees as well.
Rowe hit out, and it's not a 1-for-1 this time, so Mora and Flanagan will be facing down 3 from the Hong Kong side. Flanagan with the block on the shot.
Yep, getting
Troy
down
wingman.
nice and low.
Okay, the cross court missing. Mora with the, oh no, I think that popped out. Yeah.
That almost was a catch. It looked very well executed. Unfortunately, Mora didn't quite complete it, so she is going to be eliminated from the match now, from the set, pardon me. So it's just Flanagan left. Flanagan sliding right over that back line. That orange line that those of you can see at home from the stands right now, that is actually the women's line, so it's not the full court.
Yeah, the attempt at the catch there by Mora, it looked like it was going to stay in her pocket as she was backing up, but you do have to keep control. You have to establish control of the ball, and because it popped out so quickly, I think the referee is making the call correctly that unfortunately for Canada, she didn't have control, so Hong Kong able to use that on the way to their first point. Okay, 1
Shot
for 1.
right away from Hong Kong, coming out very aggressively. That first point, I think, giving them that little morale boost they needed, and we see them very strong with that third hit now.
Yeah, Hong Kong a bit of inertia on their side. Call coming out from Kemi Chan. Okay, nothing doing much there, but
yeah, no. So Hong Kong trading off one of their players off that initial opening rush, but taking out 3 of the Canadian players. Well done, Hong Kong, off of that one. Again, that was the morale boost they needed. Hong Kong 1 point, Canada 2 points, 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. You can hear lots of cheering coming from the stands now. I believe Team Sweden rented a drum, so that's that banging.
Yeah, there are some accessories here helping to make noise, although the fans in the stands doing plenty of that themselves as well.
Yeah.
Mei Yan exits the court. Hong Kong down to 2.
And that is, once again, Flanagan on the side of Team Canada, blocking both of those shots made.
Ooh, big shot from Flanagan. This is her first year on Team Canada. Another super strong arm. Playing out of Ottawa, Ontario as well.
And we see number 10, Jessica O'Quinn, taking up the other wing there for Team Canada. There's that windmill we were talking about.
Yeah, they look towards Savannah Yen, who's able to get low. Yen has faced O'Quinn at multiple World Championships so far. She knows more or less what to expect. Tam on the opposite side for Hong Kong takes that second ball.
All right, so 4 balls now for Team Canada. We hear the Let's Go Canada chant coming from the stands.
Okay, they send 2 in on Tam.
Yeah, so it's going to be pretty much a 2v2 exchange. 2 players on both sides sending 2 balls each. Oh!
Okay, it's a 1-for-1 now. Tam heading off, as is O'Quinn. We've got Savannah Yen versus Jenna Flanagan.
Flanagan blocking down, getting nice and low. Flanagan getting that third ball now handed to her by the ball retriever, making sure she doesn't have to retreat without any so she can block.
Look at that throw from her knees. That is some power, considering she did not yet stand up.
Yeah, knee shots, that's something you don't see often from a lot of players, men's or women's. And that was a block.
Yen coming close to that sideline, and Flanagan coming close to that back line.
Yeah, the women's court line is a little bit shorter than the regular court line that we've seen with the co-ed and the men's.
Flanagan willing to take that second one, looking for the catch. Tracks it down off the fingertips.
Oh, Flanagan with the catch. Absolutely well done. You could actually hear everyone in the stands, even from the Hong Kong side, just hold their breath and everyone's heart stopping.
A timeout was called there, I think, by Hong Kong.
Yes.
And yeah, that ball just seemed like it was hovering and bouncing off of her fingertips. So
yeah, that was absolutely. That was a nail biter of a catch if I ever saw one. Everyone just collectively held their breath for that moment there. Celebrations coming from the stands. Again, that was a beautiful shot by the player from Hong Kong, absolutely, but Flanagan just coming in and clutching that catch.
And we saw after Flanagan sent her second ball toward Yen, Flanagan was looking for the catch. There was a ball put back in by the retriever. Flanagan didn't even go for it, so I think she was feeling confident about her chances. And yeah, certainly worked out. It's interesting too how when the ball was bouncing off of her fingertips, part of me was just like, oh yeah, she's got that. It's like it's right there. Other part of me was like, but if it's spinning or it just hits off the wrong way, it just feels so bad when that skips away from you.
I think the entirety of me was going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I couldn't think of anything else, but that was a really good moment for everyone watching at home and in the stands. All right, now 6 minutes 40 left on that clock. With that point scored by Flanagan, that's going to bring Canada up to 1. Canada up to 3, Hong Kong with still 1 point.
Croft out there for the first time. That one popping up in a team or a ricochet for Hong Kong as well is a big deal.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of hold being yelled by the team right now. It looks like the referees are just going to converse for a moment. I believe they are going to discuss a call that was made by one of the line referees. So we're just going to take a minute here. Hong Kong just kind of chatting over on that line right now. Both teams are going to reset to that back line once the play is called back in now. So we do see that some people on the sidelines of Team Hong Kong are trying to converse with the referees. However, only team captains and coaches are able to do that. So Hong Kong just chatting right now. I believe they have the majority of the balls. So once we get back into it, Hong Kong is going to have that burden.
And you see even the Hong Kong players trying to tell I think that's Jackie Loon from the men's team. Just stay off the court. Don't talk to the officials.
Yes.
I know a lot of times
Don't
people
get us
want to
in
be
trouble.
involved, but yep, you can get warnings, cards.
Oh yes, the absolute excitement as well. Like you really want to make sure that you are supporting your team as best you can. Sometimes that gets away from people. So so 1 foot now on the court, 1 foot on the back line. The referees are about to begin.
Okay, so we did get a catch and a hit. That was the output of what the referees were discussing there.
Oh, good to know. So that does, I believe, leave Hong Kong down now. Actually, 3 players with that hit from Team Canada.
Chan having to head out. Canada's got so many dangerous arms. Croft, another one of those players capable of the overhand and the underhand. That's the over. She does get hit out as she came up a little too high. Team Hong Kong now settling back. 3 on 3. Theo Quinn-Mill coming out. Okay, and Rowe trading. Yen off, and now Quinn looking for Yen, finds her, and so it is just Tam out there, affectionately known as Orange.
Beautiful slide.
Yeah, Mora looking wary, but still aggressive.
Managing to get nice and small as she slides on that retreat, so she does stay. She was very close to that sideline on the court, but we still have Mora, who takes the shot, and it connects.
It went right under the blocking ball. Mora's got a good hard shot that clearly she can place very well, even this deep into the tournament.
Absolute excitement in the crowds now. Canada taking their 4th point, less than 5 minutes in there. We did just see the Quality Foods quality replay. Team Hong Kong still with only 1 point on the board in this first half of the match.
And referees talking again a little bit to the coaching staff on Hong Kong at the moment.
So it looks like they're just warning them about that sideline, I think. I do see the referee motioning down towards it. Ball's now being lined up.
All right, yeah, we're getting word that, yes, that was basically the warning from the officials to the sideline. They're not, the coaching staff aren't allowed to touch the court. They actually have like kind of a box that they're supposed to stay in this year.
Yes, not quite a timeout box, but a don't get in the way box. I know there's a lot of excitement on both sides from both team coaches. We have the coach for Hong Kong, and we have 3 coaches for Team Canada. Lynn Kirkpatrick, who is actually a veteran Team Canada player, her first time debuting on this stage as a coach.
Canada, wow, that second ball getting caught off of Rowe's throw.
Ooh, beautiful catch by number 12 on the Hong Kong team. That was Pammy Chan.
Okay, they tag the ball retriever in the back. Sounds like a hit, but it's not on a target you want. Yen and Tam still in the corners. Okay, Canada replies.
Canada now only down to 1 ball. They have 5 players on the court. Hong Kong going in for that huddle.
Oh, Quinn almost squeezing that one. That is a position she often can make a catch in, but not this time.
I believe a term commonly used in the dodgeball community is breadbasket, is that area where you get that perfect catching zone.
Yeah, but you still have to actually secure it.
You still have to.
And obviously a pretty powerful shot coming in.
Oh, shoelace call for number 33, Brady. This is Brady's first debut on the world stage. This was actually Brady's debut at Nationals in 2022 as well here at the Saville Center, with her team from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Rogue, taking home the silver medal.
Yeah, and Canadian Nationals, Ontario team's still taking the golds, but we're seeing more and more of those other provinces taking the other medals. We're also seeing Hong Kong just playing really well with that catch.
Yes, it's great to see the sport growing in Canada as well as around the world. That's why we've seen both forms being played here, cloth and foam. But this is the foam for the women's gold medal.
And part of what you can see from the Hong Kong players, they're keeping their 3 women who don't have balls are back there looking for those shadowed catches. If the throws from Team Canada miss, you know, you give up the possibility of a catch. Hong Kong's trying to stagger things. They lose Yen off the shot by Katie Brady.
Beautiful shot made by Brady. Less than 3 minutes left now, about 2.5 minutes actually in this first half. So we'll see how long this round goes. Canada does have burden at the moment.
Okay, there's cover from the wings. Gray's the one to shoot. Brady takes a follow.
Absolutely well done by Brady playing on the wing. I'm not sure if that is her regular position at home, but she has been doing a great job of playing it here for Team Canada.
Canada losing Gray to a center line call. Okay, and a sideline call as well. Going to take out Jasper Chan. So it's one of those things that it's easy to miss yourself, but okay, Lou hit out as well. Sherry Lou, who has been on this team for a while, but losing players to lines doesn't feel good, but you have to be aware of where those lines are. Making any contact with them or going over them does result in an instant out.
Yeah, it's almost a bit like, because of the concentration that we're seeing from the players on both sides, because line calls have been made, is beautiful shot by Brady there. It's almost like you have horse blinders on because you're so focused on that opposing team.
Yep, Brady, after those two big hits, going to take a shot from a safe distance, feigning a second one. Tam is going to want to make sure that this doesn't get out of control. And they're not calling that a disarm, it seems. It did look like maybe Brady going down was what dislodged the ball rather than the incoming shot. Obviously, some of the people in the stands don't agree with the call. Okay, Tam does get the hit though, making it irrelevant.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That was, that is going to be a yellow card now for Team Canada. 45 seconds now left on that game clock. Canada still leading now. Hong Kong does get their second point though.
We'll wait for official word on what the yellow was for, but I think it was that emphatic gesture with the ball after the point ended.
Yes, it's it's not good for the balls, to be perfectly honest, Terry. The foam balls deteriorate a little bit faster than those cloth ones, so we want to make sure that no unnecessary actions are taken with the ball in order to keep them in perfect playing condition, especially in a match like this.
I mean, we also just want to make sure that the players remember to be good sports, making sure to show respect for the game, their opponents, etc.
Yes, absolutely.
Sometimes the cards are just reminders.
Yes. A yellow isn't necessarily a bad thing. It is just a friendly warning. Canada is known as a very friendly country, so I'm pretty sure that they did apologize with a very Canadian sorry afterwards.
That said, the yellow isn't just a warning, because Canada is going to have to play this one down a player.
Yes, that is going to put them down 2-5 now. So completely understandable.
Coach Thoreau still talking to the coaches. And yeah, it is a 5 minute, it is essentially a 5 minute penalty as well for the player Brady, who will not be eligible to return until that 5 minutes has fully gone by in the game clock.
Okay, absolutely understandable. Less than a minute to go left in the first half now, so we are going to see Canada starting short. Brady will not be able to play until the second half. So we hear lots of shouting in the crowd now. We see the referees conferring with Alex Svetlowski and Lynn Kirkpatrick, as well as Spencer Thoreau. Alex Svetlowski actually being the former president of, I believe, Dodgeball Canada. Pardon me, former vice president. Vice president. Again, but doing a lot for the sport. It's vice president is just as, if not as important.
Yeah,
I meant what I said there.
Yeah, it is. There are a lot of rules to play in making sure that the organizations at the national, provincial, international levels operate smoothly. These events take a lot of coordination.
Yes, we have the volunteers at the level just making sure that everyone is well fed with snacks. We have the referees. We have everyone selling merchandise for Dodgeball Canada. We have all the organizers who made this possible today. We have all the referees as well. It is a very thankless job sometimes because it often goes overlooked. But everyone being able to make this possible today, a huge thank you from all of us here, and as well as a thank you from those of you watching at home, joining us, making all of this possible. The referee's just having a quick conference now. Understandably, this is for a gold medal match, so tensions do get high.
And we see Brady still smiling, but talking to Coach Kirkpatrick, who is also smiling. According to the new rules on cards too, if a team does earn a second yellow card, it counts as a red card, which unsurprisingly comes with more severe consequences. So
yes.
I'm sure the coaching staff, the veterans on this Canadian team, reminding each other that there are some things that, you know, will be frowned upon by the officials, and we know what they are. So just got to keep your head in those moments that feel a little more heated and
yes.
play accordingly.
And one of the things too, yellow cards, we don't often see a lot of those, so it's really nice that we don't have to see a lot of them. So it is a learning process as well. So that's why we are explaining it to everyone watching, as well as those of you who are going to be learning from the stands later on why that call was made. So it's really nice to see that that doesn't happen, which is why we have to double check and clarify with everyone. The sportsmanship has been amazing throughout this tournament from every team. And now the crowds are doing the wave.
Energy levels are good here.
Absolutely. This is an amazing afternoon, an amazing day that we have seen from the dodgeball crowd here. Dodgeball is alive and well in Edmonton, Alberta, here at the Saville Centre. Heck, we're even getting in on it, Terry.
Well, you know, when in Rome and all that. Edmonton is probably Canadian for Rome. Yeah, it's late in the tournament, but the energy on the court, in the stands, it's all good so far.
All right, so again, yes, just a huge thank you. One thing I didn't mention in the thank yous was actually to the referees. It is one of the most stressful jobs that you can have, and it often goes very unthanked. The referees trying their hardest to make the most concise calls as possible in order to make sure that the game is called accurately and fairly for everyone participating.
That said, one way to help your appreciation of the sport is to referee.
Yes.
And especially if you ever find yourself wondering why the heck do referees do that or call it that way, go ahead and try it and see how, like, not just see that it's challenging, because it is, but you learn a lot by doing the refereeing, and I think you learn a lot about where the play goes. You get a good and different perspective on the game, so there's a lot of value in contributing that way as a referee.
Yes, absolutely. One of the things that I have learned from being a 7-year veteran referee myself in the Dodgeball Winnipeg League, as well as a referee for Dodgeball Manitoba, is you see a lot about the players and a lot of the movements that they make. So being a referee actually helps you as a player, because you learn to read some of the movements you don't normally see because of how fast-paced the game on the court is taking place.
I'm not sure if they still do it in Dodgeball Ottawa, which is a league run by Lynn Kirkpatrick and Spencer Sereau there, but back when I was in Ottawa and playing in their competitive league, if your team was playing in a slot, then either the slot before or after, you would have to contribute players to referee. So basically everyone would end up refereeing some matches, and it was a great way to build community, build empathy for referees and players. So really neat practice in Dodgeball Ottawa.
More empathy for referees all around in every league. Being a referee is obviously one of those jobs where it's very high stress. So once again, thank you to those referees. Thank you to the organizers. Thank you to everyone joining us here in the stands, everyone who has been enjoying the beer garden, as well as everyone visiting here in beautiful Edmonton, Alberta. So I did mention earlier, we've had 9 World Championships so far, Terry.
Okay. So we get a hit onto Shauna Rowe off the rush, and we also get an explanation from the referees that discussion, a lot of it was about The 5-minute penalty for the yellow card assessed toward Brady. You know, we're right near the end of the half. The sudden death time does not count in Brady's favor for the penalty, so she will be out for essentially the first 4 minutes or so of the second half as well. And speaking of, we're that much closer to it as Canada lets a few shots go just before the whistle. We will be moving now to no blocking.
So players will be having 3 balls. So the teams will have all 6 balls distributed with 3 balls on each side. Players will restart from that back line. They will have 1 foot on the line, 1 foot in the court. Blocking is not allowed, and there is no timer for the sudden death match.
That's right. So Yen, you see, dropping her ball when the incoming shot came in case she needed to make a catch. Hong Kong now to the line. They send a couple over toward Mora, take her out. Canada not a lot of balls in hand. Okay, O'Quinn electing to throw 1. That leaves Canada with just 1 in the hands of Gray, who stays back. O'Quinn's trying for the catch, sliding on her knees.
O'Quinn going for that catch, unfortunately not connecting. Oh!
Right, both Gray and Flanagan looking for the catches there, but Gray unable to secure it on the 2 balls coming in from Hong Kong. They again attack. Flanagan gets 1.
Yeah, that is a catch and a hit, so Canada still stays alive in this sudden death match. Shauna Rowe now coming in.
Big hit right away. Rowe gonna want to take out Yen before she gets a ball. Oh, Yen coming very close to that sideline and back line. Trying that shot. Rowe ends up dropping her balls in case the need is there for a catch, and now
Hong Kong
faking
player
her
lining
down.
up. Oh.
What a hit!
That Hong Kong player really wanted that catch. She didn't have any balls in hand. She had her arms out. But that is going to be now the 5th point for Canada to end the first half of the match.
And it's such a difference. So here we see Flanagan's catch, securing it just as she slid back toward that back line. And as well, we can see the hit by Rowe using a well-timed fake to get her opponent to the ground, and then placing that shot really well in a place that was going to be difficult for Savannah Yen to actually secure as a catch. So extremely well played by the veteran Rowe.
Yeah, absolutely. And if we look down onto the court right now, as the teams are switching up sides in that Hong Kong huddle, we're going to see Phil Tran, one of the dodgeball dudes. Unfortunately, his partner Peter could not be out here today to enjoy the world competition, so he's just a dodgeball dude. We do have to wonder, though, if the dodgeball dude abides.
Yep, dodgeball dudes uploading some content during Worlds. You can check that out on YouTube. It sounds like Phil and Peter have still been working so hard. Well, I say sounds like, we've seen them.
Oh no, we were enjoying Mr. Beast Burger the other day. We were hanging out with Phil, me and some of the other commentary members, and we were talking about the uploading of footage, a lot of the formatting. So the content that you see being uploaded by the dodgeball dudes, there is a lot of work that goes into it. So we're very thankful to have Phil being here to document everything with this tournament.
Yeah, and nice of Peter back home in Australia to do all the editing.
Yes, thank you, Peter, for editing. Hopefully next Worlds we can get both of them out here, possibly even for Nationals. I think they would really enjoy it. I believe we're going to be at a different location for Nationals 2023, so more of Canada to see and enjoy.
Yeah, some of the players from abroad who are in Canada for the first time or for, an infrequent visit are taking advantage of their time in Edmonton, of course, but then after this event, quite a few of them are going to the West Coast or visiting friends or family further inland. I mean, Canada's such a big country, it's almost like going across that ocean again.
Just alone, we have 6 time zones for our country, so that is a lot of places to see and a lot of different times to be doing it in. I know I was talking to some of the Irish players earlier on this tournament, and they said after this, some of them are going home, but a few of them are going out to Banff as well as Canmore and Jasper, so they're going to enjoy some of the mountain skyline. And hopefully take in some of those natural hot springs to rest their weary bones.
Yeah, some beautiful natural sights. Did you know my engagement happened in Banff a few years ago?
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful scenery there, obviously. Jasper as well. And I feel like it's part of what Alberta's known for within Canada.
Yes, I've been to Banff a few times. I was actually out here last year for a wedding, and I got to take in the sights in Banff, and we did the Sulphur Mountain Trail.
Oh, interesting. That's one I haven't done yet.
I enjoyed the gondola ride going down more than I enjoyed it going up. I'm not a huge heights fan, but the view is so majestic you almost forget how high up you are, and especially from that the elevation point with the weather station.
That's right. A lot of beautiful scenery here in Edmonton. And a lot of great action here on the dodgeball court. We will be getting back to it in just a minute. And I'm sure Hong Kong will have to shrug off the way that last point ended, because obviously the difference between being down 5-2 and only being down 4-3 is pretty substantial.
So what kind of changes do you think Hong Kong is going to be making to their strategies?
You know, I'm not always the best at this sort of analysis mid-match, so
fair enough.
I can't say I'm 100% sure. I mean, well, earning that extra ball off the rush is a nice start.
Yeah. Again, Canada starting with those 5 players now.
Okay, they look toward Bighan. I think Hong Kong knows that Canada is a fairly catch-happy team, so maybe just making sure that they try to place those shots. Maybe after baiting out a move from the players on the other side, you know, say to go, if they go low to their knees to try and make the catch, maybe then placing it up at the shoulder or at the knee, or just at the feet when the player's still standing up, as they did on Gray.
A smart move by the Hong Kong team there. Hong Kong still, I believe, with their full line of 6.
That Tam lets that one go, catching Biron off guard. Big shot. That said, they still only have 2 balls in hand, but there are also only 3 on the Canadian side.
There's a block by Tam from the team, from the Hong Kong team. Canada down now to only 3 players. 2 eliminations made already by Team Hong Kong.
You with the shot there. Hong Kong playing defense. We see the defensive call made from Yen. Playing up a little bit, making sure there's a bit of pressure, and we get I think we got 2 hits.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
The referee confirming.
Yes, the referee was just confirming. It was number 12 on Hong Kong, Pammy Chan. She wasn't 100% on that hit now, but she is deferring to the ref, and she does walk off.
Yeah, 100% on that shot on Mora, though. Rowe's going to have to take over that corner. Flanagan's still out there. Okay, Chan tagged out. Great shot by Shauna Rowe. Preemptive. You with the call, but it is a shot on the far side from Savannah Yen.
So Hong Kong now with 3 players, but Canada with burden and more balls.
Yen charging now. Okay, Flanagan with the catch. Rowe was hit out, but Jessica Gray back in.
It was a beautiful catch made by Team Canada just now.
All right, that shot skipping in 1 for 1.
Yep, the referees.
Okay. And I think back line or...
Yeah, so the ball going over and hitting Gray in the leg, that's what the referees were calling just now. They are just confirming it. You know, with some of the sports equipment that a lot of these athletes wear, especially like the shoes and the knee pads, it does add to the area, so I don't think Gray understood that it did hit her in the foot. I think that's what the referees are just conferring about right now. I guess it's because of that padding, so sometimes you can't 100% tell, which is why the players are deferring it to the referees, and the referees need those huddles to be able to make sure that they make the fairest call possible.
Yeah, sometimes those grazes are pretty hard to feel, but
absolutely.
Again, we have 6 officials out there to help make sure that the calls are as accurate as possible. You got the enthusiastic cheers. Oh, they just stopped as I said that. What kind of power do I have?
So we have been seeing a lot of international referees joining us here on the court, I believe. So we do have Rosie. We mentioned her. She's from Australia. We are joined by one of the Swedish players. Her name is Sarah. So she is one of our line refs as well. So it's a lot of international diversity on those ref lineups that we have been seeing, which is really nice. A lot of teams have been volunteering their players to work as line refs during this tournament as well. It looks like it is going to be a hit, so that is going to be now the 3rd point for Team Hong Kong. 17 minutes left.
So all that conversation, mostly about the sequence before Gray was clipped, about whether the balls thrown by opposing players hit in midair. If that happens, the referee's whistling first. Not a false start. So if the balls thrown by opposing players do hit each other in midair, those balls would go dead. If balls collide thrown by the same team, they're still live, at least in the foam format.
Yeah. So I think we just we've got about 1:50 left on that timeout clock now. So Canada is going to be starting still short for this opening rush with 5 players, but about 1:30 left until Brady comes out of the box.
Jocelyn Taylor out for the first time for Canada. Nice shot by May Yen. That one popped up. Okay, they lose more as well.
Number
Quick
13.
strikes.
Number 13, Jocelyn Taylor, just absolutely hugging the line right there. A lot of aggression with that windmill.
So Hong Kong spending a few balls to great effect as they whittle Canada down to 3. Flanagan tries to retaliate. Nice jump. You see May Yen jumping over the ball and then communicating well with the team. Tam takes that shot from the middle.
No hits made. 3 players still left in for Team Canada. Burden with 4 balls.
Okay, Gray takes that shot. Tam with the block. Canada keeping 3 balls on defense, 1 per player. Jocelyn Taylor, who has been on Team Canada before, but I believe her last time was 2015, so very experienced dodgeball player.
Just taking a look here at my notes. We did have players submit some info. Nothing on here from Taylor, though, but we do see a lot of little tidbits for the other players.
So Jessica Gray in the middle looks towards Savannah Yen, who pops back up and puts some pressure on. Canada still hasn't made an elimination. And that one bouncing before tucking in under the ball for Gray.
It's going to keep that player for Canada alive still. All right, so it looks like that timeout is done. Brady has been released from the box, so Canada will now have 6 players for the next opening rush. 15 and a half minutes left in the second half.
Okay, Gray with the catch.
Yeah, catch and a hit. That's going to revive a player for Team Canada. So Team Canada keeping that line of 3 now.
Bihan takes over in the middle. It is Flanagan with the shot. A return missing. You see May Yen looking for it as Canada was backpedaling. Okay, taking that shot again, just skipping it a little bit short. I like that move, of course. It's a classic for trying to eliminate a good defensive player. Ooh, big overhand shot from Flanagan, who is tagged out. Jasper Chan connecting, bringing Canada down to 2. They send a couple over toward Taylor, and a catch by Bihan after the hit.
Yeah, that was a beautiful catch made just now. So Hong Kong down to 1 player.
And it looks like that was a catch on Taylor's ball. There's also a backline call, so I'm sure we got a conversation coming.
Yeah, so if the catch was made before she went over the line, it is a catch. If the catch was made after she went over the line, it is not a catch. That's pretty basic dodgeball 101, I'd say, Terry.
Yeah, and it has obviously the score implications because
oh yes,
the catch would mean that the goes on, Hong Kong would get somebody back, but the line,
Yes.
of course, means that Canada secures another. So
Yeah, Canada leading now by 2 points. 14 minutes left in the second half. Hong Kong 3 points. So whether or not that was a catch is going to only narrow the gap now to a 1 point differential between these two teams. And again, this is the gold medal women's foam match that we are seeing here. Last match of the day for the World Dodgeball Federation Championships. The catch did count. Another player is on the court. Oh, so they were questioning if it was a bounce catch and not a line call, but it does count as a catch. So now 2v2, Canada, Hong Kong.
Hong Kong with 4. Tam, Mei Yan with the shots. Nice jump from Lisa Mora.
Mora getting a lot of air there. A lot of athleticism and acrobatics that you see going into dodgeball. Not just a lot of strong arms, but strong legs.
Okay, that preemptive shot from Biron was just the precursor for Lisa Mora taking one as well. This time hopping up and sideways, and again, that finally after 4 balls, they do get her.
Yeah, that it took a lot of tries, but eventually Mora does get eliminated now. Again, a lot of that jumping benefiting Mora being able to stay alive as long as she did.
Tam tries the shot, Biron playing it cool.
So this is Karine Biron left on the stage now left on the court now for Team Canada. This is her second time representing Canada on the world stage.
Facing down 2, that preemptive shot again. Biron always happy to look for the catch. Had some clutch ones in Cancun for Team Canada. Might be looking for another clutch one here.
Beautiful block up. Yeah, ball going a little far to get a catch, but hey, you block and the ball coming right back. In cloth, that would actually be a catch for them. But we're playing foam right now. Biron, she is Biron, Montreal native, lived in Quebec City, but she's back in Montreal now.
Good shot by Tam, the respectful point from Biron. Hong Kong making it close.
That gap narrows that we're seeing here on the Quality Foods Quality Replay. And so now closing that gap, Hong Kong with 4 points, Canada now 5 points. We have less than 12 minutes left in this half. Refs now going up to those lines to make sure that the activations are done on that rush. And there they go.
Canada quick off the rush. They love those quick plays. It looks like a 1-for-1. Canada losing O'Quinn. O'Quinn having hit Yu Yen. Okay. Canada with just 1 in hand now.
Canada sending 3 of those balls over. It's taken a lot to hit those Hong Kong players.
Yeah, their defense has been strong. And giving any team 5 balls at Worlds is usually a recipe for losing 1 or 2. So 1 or 2 players, that is. I think we are just swapping one of them out.
Yes.
Oh, we just had an extra on the court somehow.
Oh, okay. Oops.
It happens.
So, yeah, reset to the line, and they go off again on the referee's whistle. You see Hong Kong pushing at the line, blocked by Mora.
Okay, so Croft gets a ball as well. Savannah Yen with some pressure. Tam as well on the other side. Okay, Canada does connect with Sherry Liu. Making things a little bit more manageable, 4-on-4 now. And again, consistently up with pressure. Okay, Canada gets a shot all the way through onto Pammy Chan.
Down to now 3 players on the side of Hong Kong. They have 4 balls and Burden.
Okay, nice move from Croft.
Absolutely beautiful lateral slide while dodging that.
Okay, Croft tagged on the retreat. Great shot.
Yeah, getting nice and low on that shot from that member of Team Hong Kong, I believe, number 8, Jasper Chan, hitting her right in the knee pads.
Okay, and Gray getting hit. A return shot by Mora, taking out Jasper Chan.
Getting revenge for her teammate.
And
9
nice block
minutes
by
30
Mora.
now left on the clock.
Tam and Yen have been out there together so often for Hong Kong so far. A dynamic duo for sure.
Hong Kong has been playing a very strong this entire tournament.
Mora and Taylor, the dynamic duo on the Canadian side. Taylor sending that underhand. Okay, a return shot from Tam.
Blocked by Mora.
Tam though with no ball. Ooh, nice dodge.
Mora taking one of those balls that she had in hand, throwing them at Tam. So it's pretty much a 1v1 exchange right now of balls. Both teams wanting to maintain that ball control. However, because of that block now, Hong Kong is going to have 4 balls.
Mora is looking aggressive with it, just skipping it a little short. Taylor as well, hoping to catch someone off guard, throwing from low down. 2 toward Mora, who does get out.
Yeah, Mora taking that out there. She does understand the ball got her. Getting some high fives as she walks off though. Great spirit to see here from the Canadian players, again, as well as the Hong Kong players.
Taylor awaits the offensive from Hong Kong, settles low, ready to make a block if necessary, but the shot just a bit off the mark.
So it's a 2v1 situation right now. Jocelyn Taylor left in for Team Canada.
Bounce. That was one of those hover shots, though, that the really good underarm throwers, they get those balls just staying like an inch or two off the ground. Very dangerous.
Taylor taking that third ball she had on the court and passing it off to the ball retrievers. They could easily give it to her in case she needed to throw again. So Taylor now with 4 balls. She is going to have that burden to throw against 2 of the Hong Kong players, Tam and Yen.
And sends the windmill from a safe distance. Now Taylor to the line. Okay, fakes the windmill, goes cross court with it. Just sending 1. With 7.5 minutes, Hong Kong content to still play this a little bit slowly if necessary. Wanting to make sure they keep a ball in hand for each player on defense.
Canada still leading only by 1 point right now. 6.5 minutes left in the second half, women's gold medal match. Blocked down by Taylor, it is good.
And Taylor, again, content to wait, sends it safely in. Taylor fully capable of hitting from the back line, opting to play it very safe. Maybe just hoping to get one of those counter shots, the preemptive one if she sees the right window. Hong Kong, of course, also settling down to play defensively. They know that they've got the advantage here. Tam again, and only Tam.
Taylor must be getting pretty tired right now. Hong Kong is really giving her a run for the money.
Taylor sends an overhand this time. Tam with the block. Shot.
Hong Kong is trying to get those shots. They are trying to get that point, but Jocelyn Taylor putting up an amazing fight. She does get those 4 balls more often than not, so she does have to throw with those Hong Kong players just pushing the line up against her.
Yeah, we see Hong Kong trying to draw out some motion with several fakes before Yen ended up taking the shot there. Taylor not taking the bait. Sending one close to Tam, but still. Taylor's been able to grind down a couple minutes so far.
And Taylor really hugging that corner.
Okay, we see 2 balls. This might be what Taylor was looking for. Sends both toward Tam and finally gets her with the second one. So Taylor's patience paying off. Savannah Yen wants to make sure it wasn't in vain. That whole amount of time that they spent trying to just find a weakness in Jocelyn Taylor's defensive game.
So 4.5 minutes now left on that clock, and it is a 1v1 situation against Tam versus Taylor. That's a hit.
All right, so Taylor playing that one so patient, waiting until Hong Kong got impatient and taking advantage to give Canada that two-point edge. We do see a timeout coming out of Hong Kong.
It's okay. We had a 2-point edge from Team Hong Kong for a long time, so I think that was stuck in both of our brains. But Hong Kong now calling a timeout.
So just talking things over again, plenty of time to make this up. They've got about 4.5 minutes. Hong Kong fighting for that gold. Canada, of course, eager to return to the gold themselves.
Yes. Sorry, I know you mentioned it earlier in the stream, but for those of you just joining us at home, Terry, I believe you're privy to that information. When was the last time Canada won a gold medal at Nationals? Or Worlds?
It was 2013, according to World Dodgeball Federation site, which you can click on for a whole lot of information about this tournament. And one note as well that Team Canada asked me to pass along. They wanted to give a shout out to Tiffany Wong. They know she's not here, but she's in their hearts right now. Tiffany Wong, we miss you.
Yes. We will see you next time, Tiffany.
Canada and Hong Kong, 6 players facing each other. This may be a crucial point, because as time gets low, if either team can get up by 3, it's going to be very difficult to make it up.
Now there is a chance at the end of these the matches, with about 4 minutes left on that game clock, if Hong Kong manages to tie it up, we may see overtime. Hong Kong has been closing that gap here in this second half. Canada had a huge lead in the first one.
Hong Kong connecting with a couple shots. They managed to eliminate 3 from the side of Team Canada. Yen with the defensive call again, and of course it's Tam on the other side. Tam with the take, returned upon by Mora though.
Yeah, Tam being eliminated now, so it is 5 players for Team Hong Kong versus 3 on Team Canada. 3 minutes 40.
Mei Yang with the pressure, and we see a few shots sent Canada's way, but so far nothing doing. They're going to get the balls and be able to play defense as Hong Kong comes to the line again. It's Savannah Yen letting it go cross court toward Lisa Mora.
So a quick reminder, after this game we are going to see the medal ceremonies and the closing ceremonies.
So Quinn sliding back. That shot from Tammy Chan just missing. Okay, we see a couple of shots very aggressively from Canada. O'Quinn, though, hit low before she was able to settle back defensively.
Big cheer from the Hong Kong side now with that hit made. Hong Kong really striving for those points.
Okay, Canada getting aggressive. Mora doesn't have a ball right now. Flanagan hanging on to 2. The retriever gets one into Mora. Number 89, Flanagan, is the one to take that shot. Okay, Mora with the block as well after Chan attacked.
Also well done by the ball retriever on that side. That was a really quick grab and throw because Canada needs all the balls.
Okay, 1 for 1. Hong Kong will take that.
So again, we still have Flanagan left on the court now. Only player for Team Canada.
And got Flanagan, one of those lefty players for Team Canada. Chan attacking. Okay, they get a couple of shots over toward Flanagan. I think some of the fans thought that was a hit, but it seemed like those just went a little off the mark. Flanagan coming close.
Yep. And looks like calling a hit now from the side of Hong Kong.
The back official emphatically saying, you are out.
Yeah, so we're just going to take a moment here. The referees are going to converse over it. I'm not sure what that was from the referee there, but it looked like it may have been a line violation.
I think it may have been a hit, and the official saying, like, we told them multiple times. And yeah, just you see what the teammates are saying, like, you don't get into those arguments with the officials.
Yep, yep. Absolutely. Again, getting very heated here. A minute 24 left on the game clock. Canada leading 2 points with 6. Hong Kong behind with only 4 points. So it's a 2-point difference.
Okay, Chan coming close. Flanagan still out there for Canada, still so low at the moment. Hong Kong to the line with 2. They send 2. Flanagan having to be very careful about that line, but using that space very well.
Hearing that count from the referees, only 10 seconds to throw for either burden. That's a hit.
All right. Hong Kong, I think connecting. Referees coming to talk about it again.
I believe one of the referees saw it as a hit. One of the referees saw it as not a hit.
I think I saw, yeah, the signal for was it a bounce instead.
Yeah, I see. So one of the so again, that's why the referees are going to be conversing in the middle. They are going to be discussing it, and they are going to try and again make the most accurate call as possible. That's why we have so many referees. We have 2 at the back line for each team, and then we have 2 on the center. So lots of vantage points to make sure that those accurate calls are being made right now.
We're seeing the conversations happen. We see Coach Kirkpatrick out talking to Flanagan. If this point is still going, then I'm sure Coach Kirkpatrick wants to make sure to give good solid advice to Flanagan.
Yeah.
And so it sounds like the call was that it was a bounce.
Yes. Yes, I think the referee may have seen it from a different angle, which is why they just decided to discuss it. But Flanagan does remain in for Team Canada with 47 seconds left on the game clock.
All right, to the line, Hong Kong coming close. And Flanagan stands up, steps into a shot, taking Chan off to the sideline. 1-on-1 now. Okay, a big shot, well blocked. Sherry Liu to the line, and a timeout.
Hong Kong calling a quick timeout right now.
And so, these last couple of minutes taking a long time to play all the way out.
This has been a very intense match. A lot of emotions running high here in the gym. Just a reminder that we are at the Saville Center. Thank you very much for hosting it. It is one of the loveliest facilities that I have seen for dodgeball. I know we're in the big gym right now, but earlier during the tournament, if you were joining us, we had 12 courts of dodgeball going simultaneously for the first 3 days of the tournament.
Officials still huddling in the middle.
So the referee's just discussing it now with the timekeepers. So we do see Kirkpatrick on the court giving Flanagan a little bit of reassurance, a little bit of advice, and trying to keep her morale up. This has been a very intense game. Again, well done Canada, well done Hong Kong. Both teams have deserved it. One team will go home with silver, one team will go home with gold.
Sherry Liu out there still for Hong Kong. They are right across from each other. Flanagan and Liu. Certainly with just 23 seconds remaining, if Canada is able to take this point, they will clinch gold. If Hong Kong is able to take this point, they will retain at least the possibility of forcing the draw.
So if Hong Kong...
Some of the conversation is about whether Hong Kong still had a timeout available to spend this half. Under most conditions, teams have one timeout per half that they're able to use. I think that's what, like, after that timeout was called, Sauro had rushed onto the court. I feel like that might have been what he was saying to the referee.
So, okay, it looks like we're going to be lining up again. It is a 1v1. See some of the crowd trying to get a wave started, trying to keep the energy up in the gym. Again, everyone just enjoying some dodgeball. This is an international competition, but I think the common language spoken by everyone right now is dodgeball.
These players looking warily at each other. It's Lou stepping to the line. Flanagan faked like she was going to be aggressive, but is electing to take the time. Okay, toward Lou. Oh, coming very close. Flanagan near that back line.
That was a hair width shot there.
Okay, and that is time. And that means, after a bit of an awkward pause, Team Canada taking the victory, returning to the gold for the first time in so long, it feels like. Canada's first medal since 2016 in the women's foam division, first gold medal since 2013. Hong Kong earning the silver. Their last medal was in 2014, which was also a silver, so huge achievements from both teams.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Hong Kong here in a while taking a medal, so Hong Kong now with that bronze. Anything can happen next time. We're going to go down to the court now, and we're going to see those player interviews for the Beercade Player of the Match.
That is your women's, oh, there we go. We've got our women's foam match is over. We have our silver medal winners right here. We have our MVP voted on by you guys at home, and I'm just gonna let you speak from the heart to everybody.
Okay. Hello， 多謝大家睇直播嘅支持，亦都好多謝有嚟到現場支持我哋嘅香港人，係啊，咁我好開心可以喺今次第一次參加世界賽拎到亞軍，係，多謝。
Hong Kong, I've seen you guys play forever. This is such a strong showing from Hong Kong. It was just neck and neck the whole time, so close, 4-6. Silver medal is really good. The competition is really good. You should be very, very proud. I am very proud. Thank you. Thank you to your whole team. We love you. Thank you to your whole team. Thank you. And I have our other